Love is not the opposite of conflict, it is the opposite of indifference. In systems built to avoid blame, care becomes a radical act. We have built systems to be efficient, neutral, and frictionless. Yet neutrality often masks detachment. What if civic systems were designed to register emotion, to make compassion visible? To design for feeling is not to compromise logic, but to humanize its application. It calls for human-centered service design, using participatory prototyping to co-design services with those who use them. Studies by the Design Justice Network and IDEO.org show that co-designed public systems improve trust, reduce dropout rates, and increase policy compliance by 20 to 30% when users feel seen and heard. Accountability is not punishment. It is relationship. It says, I see you. I hear you. I am part of what happens next. Love in systems means showing up, taking ownership, naming harm, and making repair possible. Restorative justice frameworks offer blueprints here. In cities from Oakland to Helsinki, community-based models are replacing zero-tolerance policies with dialogue, consent-based resolution, and cycles of mutual responsibility. These practices build emotional infrastructure into legal systems, shifting from compliance to connection. For instance, the United Nations was built to prevent catastrophe, but it was not built to listen. Reform proposals now imagine a more participatory, empathetic UN, one where global governance is not just reactive, but relational. One key idea is a United Nations Parliamentary Assembly, a permanent elected citizen chamber to complement the General Assembly. It could hold states accountable to human rights, climate justice, and intergenerational equity. Another proposal is institutionalizing global civil society panels, giving frontline communities direct voice in UN resolutions, especially in areas like climate, conflict, and displacement. Digital platforms, too, could let citizens witness, annotate, and challenge proceedings in real time, making power more transparent and response more human. Some even call for eliminating the system of permanent members altogether, replacing it with a rotating, fully elected body where no single country holds the power to veto the world's collective will. This radical reform aims to democratize global governance, reduce paralysis, and create a council that reflects the 21st century, not the aftermath of World War II. These are not dreams. They are structured, tested proposals advanced by the UN 2020 Initiative, the Global Governance Innovation Network, and the Stimson Center. To design the UN for love is to move beyond silence and toward a system where justice is not stalled by process, but awakened by care. To design for love is to design for dignity. That means systems that do not just manage people, but accompany them. Not perfect solutions, but transparent ones. Not utopia, but repair. Dignity-centered design means embedding feedback loops, accountability pathways, and community consultation into every level of governance. It asks, who does this policy impact? Were they asked? Can they shape it, challenge it, change it? This involves participatory impact assessments, co-reviewing policies and services with communities before implementation. It calls for civic design labs, ongoing local co-design spaces where users and government test new approaches together. The future of governance is not just smart, it is sensitive. The measure of a system is not what it prevents, but what it allows us to become together. These systems build social trust by opening decisions to collective shaping and by embedding ethical questions in technical choices. This includes ethical AI auditing tools, pre-deployment stress testing of algorithms against bias and harm. We can implement emotional logging in civic tech, tracking how people feel at service touchpoints alongside standard data. The UNDP's 2022 Civic Tech Report notes a 25% increase in public satisfaction with services when platforms include emotional or story-based feedback channels. OECD research confirms that trust rises when people feel heard, even when the outcome is not what they hoped.